Guess who takes his seat? The entire healthcare fiasco has been quite a bad thing for the Republicans. It was pulled right before yesterday's voting. There was not enough support needed to be able to pass. Now, it seems more and more like Paul Ryan may be resigning his Speaker of the House position. President Trump has been mostly silent about the most recent revelations, including the unsuccessful bill. But his administration did leave this as an answer to Paul Ryan. This is one more example of the staff not working suitably for the president and the faulty speakership of Ryan. This pops into question yet again the Speaker's determination to support Donald Trump and his plan. Speaker Ryan showed today that he does not have the best intentions of the president at heart. He sold out the president and proved that his word can be taken with a grain of salt. There is only one thing left to do that ought to be taken to move beyond this catastrophe, and that is the quick replacement of Paul Ryan from the speakership. The removal of the speaker has to be voted upon, which means Trump is unable to just fire him from his position. Nevertheless, if President Trump could gather enough support for a particular person to replace Ryan, he could have a real shot. That is where Trey Gowdy steps in. He has been tearing it up in the hearings concerning Comey and the FBI. He might be a brilliant replacement for Ryan. He is already familiar with the ins and outs of the House, and has proven that he is prepared to follow President Trump. If you think Trey Gowdy should replace Paul Ryan as Speaker of the House, share this. New fraud trail just erupts. Look where it led. Dr. Ben Carson knows and is on the warpath. Any entrepreneur realizes that, altogether, for an organization to be productive, fraud and waste must be killed wherever they exist. Nonetheless, when fraud and waste exist in view of purposeful carelessness or mismanagement, it's an ideal opportunity to do some housekeeping and dispose of the general population that are ripping off the organization. At the point when the organization getting ripped off is an office of the national government, financed by us citizens, that exists to give minimal effort lodging to low-wage families, somebody should be considered responsible for the fraud and waste. The issue is the Housing and Urban Development, HUD, Inspector General, IG, the administration watchdog made by HUD, to regulate and report such fraud and waste misuse, has been concealing the data contained in no less than 14 reports. Also, Ben Carson is on the warpath. Via Daily Caller, the reports concern issues involving the Department of Housing and Urban Development, HUD, including illegal immigrants living in federally funded homes, tax fraud, and millions of dollars for years in unused bank accounts. The department's 2017 budget is $48.9 billion and it has 8.375 employees. The HUD Inspector General, IG, posted its Systemic Implications Reports, documents that reveal opportunities for fraud in agency programs, to its website. A comparison between that listing and another the DCNF previously obtained through a Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, request showed 14 reports from 2011 to 2014 were excluded from the IG's website. At least 3 of these reports were also kept from HUD, meaning top department officials may not even be aware of the problems and suggested remedies. One unreleased 2011 report found that 1,300 fugitives, including rapists and murderers, were illegally living in HUD-funded homes, and local authorities managing the properties refused to evict them, the DCNF previously reported. The IG hashed another 2011 report, this one about a rural Missouri town that did not spend $78 million of federal tax dollars that was awarded in 2008 for disaster funds. Clearly, there is significantly more to the story, and the office entrusted with monitoring waste and fraud has failed, or perhaps spiked it in the wake of getting a couple of payoffs, bribes, and perks. Whenever there are criminal activities happening in the administration, discover who is benefiting from it and you have your guilty party. The HUD ought to be on Ben Carson's rundown of individuals to examine next. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. HT The Gateway. Something amazing happened in church when Trump was praying for one thing to save America. It's a miracle. Trump one day after the inauguration marched to church with his family in a scene that echoes the story of King Solomon the Wise. Even though Trump was not born with wisdom like Solomon, but he has strength and courage and knows that true wisdom comes from Adonai. Trump in quiet start to pray, and he and God only know the words he said. So if we lead from Solomon's tale, probably it goes like this. Stronger. Video. Kings 3-7-9. Now, Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of my father David. But I am only a little child and do not know how to carry out my duties. 8 Your servant is here among the people you have chosen, a great people, too numerous to count or number. 9 So give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern these great people of yours? Please, Lord, bless all of us and President Trump with the same wisdom you bestowed upon Solomon to run the kingdom of Israel. With your help, we are Obama scandal just erupts in federal court. He won't be able to avoid this gargantuan lawsuit. Judicial Watch has proceeded with its constant push to convey responsibility to the administration. In the course of recent years, and particularly with the expansion of Hillary Clinton to the Obama organization, there has been sufficient defilement to give all-day work to scores of attorneys and agents for quite a long time to come. It's a declaration to the quality of our republic that we have survived the misgovernment these individuals have exacted on us. We're very acquainted with the Obama White House's asserted keeping an eye on individuals from Donald Trump's campaign team and different adversaries of the Democratic Party. It has moved toward becoming an incredible bazaar. Judicial Watch today announced it filed a Freedom of Information (FOIA) lawsuit against the U.S. Department of Justice and the National Security Agency, NSA, for information about Obama National Security Advisor Susan Rice's communications with the two agencies concerning the alleged Russian involvement in the 2016 presidential election, the hacking of DNC computers, the suspected communications between Russia and Trump campaign, transition officials, and the unmasking of the identities of any U.S. citizens associated with the Trump presidential campaign or transition team who were identified pursuant to intelligence collection activities. Be that as it may, now, justice won't be distant. Judicial Watch has formally sued to get the reports that would uncover the degree of the reconnaissance movement. That is a horrendously long articulation, yet it's pressed with data. For a certain something, unmistakably this claim is extraordinarily thorough. As such, Judicial Watch is not simply snacking around the edges of the issues, however, is assaulting the whole scandal with the objective of ferreting out every one of the players and also whatever wrongdoings they may have conferred. We want to know about the Obama White House involvement in the unprecedented spying on Donald Trump and other political opponents, said Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. This intelligence operation may have led to the illegal unmasking of Americans and the leaking of intelligence information to foment the story of Russian hacking of the DNC and sinister Russian influence on Trump and his associates. The Trump administration has an opportunity to expose what the Obama White House was up to. Given the seriousness of some of those claimed wrongdoings, it's nothing unexpected that the administration is attempting to sit on this data. On the off chance that doubts end up being valid, criminal arraignments will clearly take after. Not just that, the respectability and open trust of our intelligence offices, as of now having taken a hit, will be additionally harmed. This is the situation that could very well tear things wide open, America. The main question now is, will Obama ever be rebuffed for keeping an eye on us? What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. HT Judicial Watch. Legality has hit enough, reveals Obama's true identity on live TV. Representative Legality went on Fox News this week to state that key surveillance programs won't be reauthorized by Congress until inquiries concerning intelligence unmasking are replied. With this appearance, Gowdy let Barack Obama realize that he is onto his untruths and that the previous president is not free yet. Gowdy won't rest until he has gotten to the base of this. At a House Intelligence Committee hearing yesterday in the Russia investigation, Gowdy asked previous CIA Director John Brennan about the issue. Gowdy told Bill Hemmer toward the beginning of today that he and different administrators still need more data on the techniques for unmasking the identities of Americans grabbed in foreign surveillance by U.S. intelligence agencies. Fox News revealed in April that previous National Security Advisor Susan Rice asked for to unmask the names of Trump transition officials made up for lost time in coincidental observation. The data was then purportedly disseminated to top inside and national security authorities. Gowdy said, "That is a privilege to be able to request that a U.S. person's name be unmasked. I want to know who's making the request, and what is the evidentiary basis of that request. And if it's late in your tenure, like the day before you leave office, that should send off alarms and sirens in your head as to why that person did it." Gowdy said key parts of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act won't be re-established before they terminate at year-end unless the American individuals are fulfilled that their security is going to be safeguarded. Solicited whether there is evidence from the Obama administration abusing the unmasking methods, Gowdy said the matter should be taken a gander at further. Gowdy said he's as yet sitting tight for answers about what happened late in the Obama administration, yet is not blaming the previous president for spying on the Trump team. What do you think about this? Do not hesitate and write your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you for reading. HT Fox News.